All right, we are in the third half of the Gold Million tournament, and um, we are kind of continuing on. We've got 96 big blinds, which is not bad. We are 357 out of 2,858. So again, it's not bad. 8-9 unsuited, we're gonna fold that. We are under the gun, middle position, so that is 8-9 offsuit is not indicated to play at that point. So, you can get splashy is what they call it. Yeah. So they talk about different types, like when you are paying attention to the other people at the table. King 7 offsuit, that is still a fold in under the gun. Other people at the table, you notice whether people are passive, like they are not going to raise it on their own. They kind of let things happen. They don't make things happen. Opposite of that would be aggressive, right? Loose aggressive. I like a good example would be somebody who just any two cards, they're just going to raise it big. They're going to get excited, be demonstrative about it. I had a dude that it was like any two suited cards. It didn't matter if it was 2-9, 2-6, 5-6, king, queen, aces. Like what? Obviously you can't have two suited aces, but would jam it all in, all in, all in. And it was like, oh my gosh, you were a live wire. So anytime he would jam, you had no idea if it was a legit hand or if it was just complete gambling, right? Um, Gambling versus a thoughtful all in. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. That's a run out right there. Chockabite. Chockabite. Ugh. Queen 7. So we're in the big blind. So we are gonna play it. We're gonna see how Chockabite does with all their newly found fortune. We're gonna see if they are crazy. So we have second pair at the moment. We're gonna check. We're gonna see. I'm gonna put money that they, oh, no, they checked. 3. And I bet a quarter pot. And they raised it up to half a pot, which is just fine. So now there is a flush draw on the board. There's no, well, 3, 4, 6. If somebody had 4, 6. I don't really know if I can believe this guy, but now I have third pair. So I'm gonna fold it. I'd like to not go down any more than I already am. 310. Bleh. So as a tournament goes on, the number of chips, right, hasn't changed, but the worth of those chips changes because the blinds increase, right? So the worth of the chips when we first started versus what they are worth now is very different. So as the blind go up, so the cost of each chip goes up, um, the number of big blinds that we have goes down. So I have 45,139, but in 10 minutes, when the blinds go up, what is this? To 350 for small blind, 700 for the big blind, it's going to go down even more. So, so yeah, so that's why um, it's important to continue to fight for pots and fight for hands, to not be passive and just be like, well, I'll just keep out. But that being said, like we really haven't had a lot to like get excited about, right? Ace nine offsuit. So we are in the cutoff. So I'm gonna look at my handy dandy chart here. Ace nine offsuit. And we just happen to do that. But I'm still gonna bet. So sometimes I would check this, but I'm gonna bet. And now we have two pair. So I'm gonna see what he does. I'm gonna bet half a pot again. I'm gonna see what he decides to do. And he says, oh heck no. So he could have nines, he could have a four, but he could be just like being done with me. But there's no flush on the board. There's no straight. And this was the dude that I battled with last time. And I don't even know what he was doing. He was totally battling with me for no reason because he thought I had air. But so he might be tilted a little bit. Um, yeah, he's obviously ticked at me from last time that I kicked his booty, but that's okay. So sometimes we would call that a spewy fish, right? If they are spewing out chips for no good reason. Like if he really just wanted to see whether or not I was legit or not, he could have just made a smaller bet. He didn't have to go 23 big blinds. Like that's ridiculous. So, um, so yeah, I kind of like think about getting out of the way, making good bets. And right here, like this queen three, they're not suited. That's to their detriment. But the three is what we call the kicker, right? So just because we have a queen, but if we have kicker stinks. So I'm gonna go two big blinds. He's Jack Queen, Jack 10 suited. See, under the gun, middle position. We are in the low jack. We've got this person 11 big blinds. I know, I'm trying to decide. I'm gonna call it. So I'm guessing that they might have an under pair, that they might have something smaller. Kings. Ace king. Too bad there's not a queen there. I really hope they'll check, but I'm not going to lose any more chips because I really don't have anything. There's a flush draw on there. I don't have clubs. Could be an argument for whether or not I needed to be in that pot anyways, but that's okay. All right, I am folding my 2-3 suited. Please don't eat all the chips. I love you and I know you. Please do not. I know. I'm being cheeky, bro.
Hey, why is it? Don't use that one, obviously, so find a different one, please.
They can give me a choice.
Oh, 9-3. Oh my gosh, it's in my big blind, huh? Well, let's see how this goes. See if this dude who just took all my chips. He's gonna go for it. He kind of looks like he's debating. And I will check. Hey guys, what are we watching? Okay, do you think you could find another place to watch it? I don't know, just won that small bet representing a flush draw. So sometimes it doesn't take a big bet, it just takes a small bet. That's why I kind of like tag some of these people in my brain as maniacs. I'm gonna fold this when they are betting crazy, 20 big blinds or whatever. And there's absolutely no need. Like, there's a time for that, but so this is a board where if you had 2-3 in the big blind, you'd be banking. And Poker Yoda is not having a good run. All right, all right. Queen 3 off. I'm going to my handy dandy chart that we got open up in another window, and I'm going to fold this. And I think it's worth saying out loud. There's always going to be a board where you kick yourself because you're like, oh my gosh, I would have banked. But whether or not you would have been able to stay in it, whatever. It's like you don't want to start skewing your logic about how you're deciding whether or not to engage or not. Ace 4 flush. Hmm. Queen 2. Queen 2 is stuck in my brain because I folded it appropriately and then had 3 more 2s flop on the board. So missed quads. Mhm. So in my brain, I'm always like, oh, I should jump on this. But the good player in me is like, no, you actually should not. Mm, Ace 10. Oh man. No reprieve for the other guy. Poker injustice. All right, let's see if I survive my King Jack. So we are in the hijack. King Jack suited is a raise. So we're going to raise to 2.5. We've got Poker Yoda, who's got a beef with us, and we've got Chuckabaka. And we've got that hitting us. Queens can beat us. All in. Save Chuckabite. Gets out of the way. Let's see, we're gonna do it. Queen 8. Well, Need another jack. Nope. Oh, nope. Good stuff. Poker, whatever your name is. Poker Yoda. Mm. All right, let's see if we don't bite it with this one too. This might be the beginning of our end. Mm. I would prefer to just go against the one. But let's see if he has aces. He's got aces. That's the way this goes. King, baby, king. Nope. That's unfortunate. Nope. We have quickly gone down from 96 to whatever. But we've made good plays. So the way I've learned is that it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but it doesn't matter what the outcome is if your rationale and your choices have been good. So, what were the last ones? Let me. Oh my. So, kings against aces, like there's, whatever. But like for 10 big blinds, of course, I'm going to call that. And then let's look at the one before that. King Jack against, what did he have? He had Queen 8 suited. So, even then, he's making in a reasonably, you know, good choice of jamming that. And so it was just the way the cards ran. Nothing to be done about that. 7-10 suited. We're in the big blind. And we're going to call it. And I'm going to check. He gets aggressive, I'm going to fold. So we need a 6 and an 8, right? So 8 times 9. I feel like I'm not doing math right now very well. No, 4. 8 times 4, 32%. So 32% for that of that working in our favor. That's right, because 20 times 4. So the other hand, where we had 20 outs, it was really as much in our favor as it could have been. Okay. Queen 10, a decently strong. So we're getting down lower in our big blinds. Oh my. Queen 10's not a good jam. So I'm not getting jammy with that. King 9 offsuit. Again, I like to play it. If it had folded all the way to me, I would have considered it. But because middle position and hijack are both indicating that they've got something worth talking about, I am not. Because I want to stay in for the duration. There's an hour left before late registration closes. And then from there, we've got to get down, oh my, to 677 people. So that many people have got to get eliminated. So my position has dropped considerably since those multiple losses there. So I've got work to do. So I don't want to play scared, but I've got to play smart. So that's the work that's got to be done. So it's not bleeding out chips. Don't get any dog fights that are not worth it. And yeah, stay focused. Hmm. 6-4, easy fold. All right, so we've got a decision point. Hijack, 7-8 suited. Let's call it. Gonna raise and call. Nobody has called or raised before us. And so right now it's us, the button, and us and the button. So we've got a flush draw, which is easy enough. JP Gator loves to get aggro with us. And we still have a flush draw. We don't have anything else though. So if they bet, then we're gonna fold. Cause we've got air. So that is an easy enough decision. That's unfortunate. Okay, I'm gonna fold that one as well. So ace jack, it's unsuited. It's still decent. Poker Yoda wants to raise it up to 3. So we're not folding. So these are good cards. We do have to, we're going to check. We're going to see if Poker Yoda wants to be aggressive. And they do. So we're beaten, right? By, I'm going to just keep checking. We're going to keep this going. Nine, 10, 9, 10, Jack, Queen. We're missing a king. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if he goes all in, that would be really unfortunate, but we've only got one pair. So we're gonna fold because he could have a straight. or he could have a flush. And we're gonna fold an ace six. So we had one pair, but then they had potential for there was one, two, three. So if they had, I don't necessarily believe that they had, but or if they had ace queen, that would have beaten us without it being hard. So we still got 24 big blinds. We're not out of this. We are definitely not as strong as we were a little while ago, but
You win it?
nope, not yet. Not yet, not yet.
Okay.
Ace two. Oof. Check, baby, check, baby. And I will fold check. So I don't even know that it's worth that. That one is most definitely not. Chalkabite is the chip lead, and they are acting like the chip lead. So they are VPIP is 33%. Ace Jack, but they're also just getting lucky right now. Old. Cravella. Ten, nine unsuited with 20 big blinds. I'm gonna fold you.
James, come up. James, come over here. What? James.
All right. 8, 10 offsuit. We're gonna fold that. So got Chocobite. It's in most every pot right now. Waldo. Poker Yoda is still pretty darn active. Man with an axe. It's on their second bullet. None of us are really like going crazy, which is good.
It's a dog.
332. That's when you hope you have a dirty diaper. So if anybody was gonna have that, it'd be one of these guys, right? That's funny. It's your dream hand when you get the that. And somehow these people are like under the gun is least likely to have that. I'm gonna fold Jack 6 suited because the 6 and the Jack, that's just not strong enough. Just not strong enough. So we could really use a really good hand that we can go all in on. We could double up, triple up. Need some of that action. But as with all things, we have a chip and a chair still. Got 49 minutes till the late registration is open. And still in it. Jack 7, still not strong enough. And we got a little PTSD from going in it last time with the Jack 8. So we're gonna be a little bit more reserved. And I'm gonna flip the chicken while I'm waiting. Flip the chicken. Jack 8 offsuit, still not playing. Nine, 3. I'm gonna click on fold shut. Nothing exciting about that. Yeah, we have that business. So you got Poker Yoda going all in, but nobody took him up on it. Such is life. And then 7-10 offsuit. Let's see. I'm just gonna fold. Let man with an axe fight his own battles. Especially when it comes back like that. Too funny. Somebody had Ace of Hearts. That would be the hand to have. Right about now. Hey fellas, can you take a break, empty out dishes?
Yeah. Yes. You're pausing real quick.
All right, Jack 5 suited from the cutoff, and I'm gonna look. Definitely not, still not. All right. Mm. So we got a straight draw. Like, part of the rationale is if somebody else had anything. It's really interesting because Poker Yoda's being very active, and yet some of these other guys are not looking to take them out. So, and our blinds went up, so you can see our big blinds went down, right? So even though you have the same number of money, the amount that you have is it's lower. 22. Hey guys, would you please get the technology away from the water? Yep, and just do that job. Wow, Cake Kings and the aces. Wow, they slow played that. All right. So this, we are in, so we're going to look at something else. Open jam range. We're at 15 big blinds. Ace. So we're going to limp in here. Oh, that's heartbreaking. They just got quads. That was heartbreaking. Hmm. All right, that's poker justice for you right there.